Imagine a place on Earth where sunlight has never existed. A world so dark that even fear feels blind. A place where pressure can crush steel, where temperatures hover near freezing, and where one wrong move means instant death. Now imagine this place is not on another planet. It's right here on Earth. More than 70% of our planet is hidden beneath oceans, yet humans have explored less than 5% of it. We proudly send machines to Mars, but the deepest parts of our own world remain almost untouched. Down there, beyond 3,500 meters, scientists regularly discover creatures that were never supposed to exist, animals with transparent bodies, glowing organs, and survival strategies that defy biology itself. But alongside these alien life forms, something else is waiting in the darkness. Traces of human pollution, plastic debris, and even toxic waste, resting quietly where no human eyes were ever meant to look. The deeper we go, the stranger reality becomes. Life bends its own rules. Darkness becomes permanent. And Earth starts to feel more alien than space itself. So what really lies at the bottom of the oceans? What happens in the deepest places on our planet, places that even light has never touched? Today, we're diving straight into the abyss. The oceans dominate our planet. They cover more than 70% of Earth's surface and contain nearly 96% of all its water. If every drop of fresh water flowing into the seas were spread evenly across the ocean's surface, it would barely form a layer thicker than a human being. And yet, within this vast watery world, nearly 94% of all life on Earth exists. That makes land-dwelling humans a fragile minority. What's even more unsettling is that sunlight can only penetrate about 100 meters into the ocean. Below that, darkness begins to rule. And since the average ocean depth is nearly 4 kilometers, most of our planet exists in complete, eternal blackness. To understand this hidden world, let's begin our descent. At around 40 meters. We reach the limit of what unassisted human lungs can tolerate. Traditional pearl divers can reach this depth by holding their breath, but beyond this point, pressure becomes dangerous. Recreational diving has its limits for a reason. Water pressure forces air out of the lungs, making deeper descent lethal without technology. By 200 meters, we enter the most biologically active layer of the ocean. Nearly 90% of marine life exists here because faint sunlight still survives. This light fuels phytoplankton, microscopic organisms that form the foundation of the oceanic food chain. Tiny crustaceans feed on them, fish feed on those crustaceans, and giants like whales depend on this invisible system. But light fades quickly. As we descend further, life thins out. At around 300 meters, we reach the deepest point ever achieved by a scuba diver. Beyond this, humans require reinforced vessels to survive. At roughly 500 meters, even emperor penguins reach their physiological limits. Photosynthesis nearly vanishes, plants disappear, and survival becomes a constant struggle. Fish found here aren't thriving. They're hiding, escaping predators from above by risking harsher conditions below. At 1,000 meters, the last traces of sunlight die. This marks the beginning of a world ruled by bioluminescence. Creatures here generate their own light through chemical reactions, using it to lure prey, communicate, or frighten enemies. Long, fragile siphonophores drift through the darkness, glowing softly as if suspended stars trapped underwater. Below this point, the ocean transforms completely. At over 1,000 meters, military submarines have barely reached these depths. Beyond that lies the midnight zone, a realm of absolute darkness, crushing pressure, and extreme scarcity. Food is so rare that life slows itself down. Many animals don't hunt at all. Instead, they drift silently, collecting marine snow, microscopic debris made of dead organisms, dust, and organic waste sinking from above. At depths exceeding 2,000 meters. Even giant sperm whales dive into this black void in search of food, sometimes clashing violently with massive deep-sea squids. Here, anglerfish float motionless, dangling a glowing lure produced by symbiotic bacteria, a deadly illusion of hope in the dark. Around 6,000 meters, we reach what is considered the ocean floor for most of the planet. This is where global internet cables rest silently, connecting continents while lying in eternal darkness. Yet even here, Earth still descends further. One of the most extreme places on the planet is the Mariana Trench, a colossal scar formed by the collision of tectonic plates. Stretching over 2,500 kilometers, it dwarfs the Grand Canyon many times over. Contrary to popular belief, it isn't a single hole but a massive geological structure with multiple ultra-deep regions. Its deepest known point, the Challenger Deep, plunges beyond 10 kilometers below sea level. Despite such hostile conditions, near-freezing temperatures, and pressure strong enough to crush most materials, life still exists. For decades, scientists believed that this depth was biologically impossible. That belief shattered in 1960 when 2 explorers descended in a reinforced submersible and reported seeing living creatures at the bottom. Later robotic missions confirmed this by retrieving sediment samples filled with microscopic organisms. As technology improved, discoveries multiplied. Giant single-celled organisms, strange snail-like fish, and unknown invertebrates were all found thriving where survival should not be possible. Even famous filmmaker James Cameron personally descended into these depths, proving that humans could reach places once thought unreachable. Other trenches tell similar stories. The Puerto Rico Trench, the deepest point in the Atlantic Ocean, hides geological instability capable of triggering earthquakes and tsunamis. Beneath it lies an unusually dense mass that slightly distorts Earth's gravity, subtly affecting navigation systems above. Further across the Pacific, the Kermadec Trench revealed massive crustaceans growing far larger than their shallow water relatives, a biological paradox caused by extreme pressure and isolation. Fish species were found living at depths that once defined the absolute limits of vertebrate survival. Each discovery forces scientists to rewrite what they thought they knew about life itself, and this is the most unsettling truth. The deeper we explore, the more we realize how little we understand. The ocean floor isn't empty. It isn't silent. And it certainly isn't lifeless. It is a vast, alien world beneath our feet, waiting